Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Hope you guys all had a great Sunday of NBA, and let's get right into the video for today. Before we get into this video, be sure to hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to this channel. I would appreciate that very much. So yesterday, I posted a free early slate lineup on Twitter, which is something I do pretty much every Sunday, and yesterday's free lineup went off with a 297. So make sure you follow me on Twitter so you never miss out on those lineups that I give out. And a lot of people play that lineup and cashed up pretty nicely. And then for the main slate, gave out a 269.5, which cashed for me and my GPPs. So it was a great night. I needed a good night like that just because the past few days have been pretty rough, but I'm glad that we got back on track on Sunday. 2 for 2 on DraftKings, and looking forward to keep the good times rolling. If you do want lineups for tonight, go to the website, thedfsprocess.com. Let's get right into some of these picks that I like. So it's a pretty small slate for a Monday. I was surprised when I looked at it that it was only 4 games. Usually Mondays are pretty big, like 7 to 10. Hey, but we got to deal with what we got. So starting off at point guard, let's go with CJ McCollum at 6,600. I like CJ McCollum a lot at this price tag. He's just been super consistent and really reliable. I see he went off for 40 points last game against the Warriors and just been super consistent. Look at his game log. Every single game he's gotten at least 30 DraftKings points, except for that one game against the Kings where he just did not shoot the ball well at all. So he's a really solid, safe play. He also does have upside, as you see. He's got over 50 DraftKings points against the Thunder. So I do like him a lot. I think he has a great ceiling in this game, and they are playing at home, which is great for McCollum since he averages almost 4 more DraftKings points at home compared to on the road. So all signs are pointing the good direction for McCollum. I like him a lot at 6,600. At shooting guard, let's go with Eric Bledsoe at 6,800. I really like the price tag on Bledsoe. After a couple bad games, the DraftKings lowered his price back under 7K. He's at 6,800 right now. The matchup is fine against Memphis. Some people see Memphis and they get scared off, but this is a shell of the Memphis team that they were earlier this year or even last year. If you look at the recent games the Grizzlies have been involved in, they've been giving up some massive points to the opposing teams. And, with the Milwaukee Bucks, where the production is going to come from. It's going to come from Bledsoe, Middleton, Giannis, and Parker. Basically the 4 guys that take a lot of the usage on the team and take all the shots. So I think Eric Bledsoe at 6,800 is a very safe play with upside in the mid to high 40s. And in this matchup, I think that's going to be fine at that price tag especially. At small forward, let's go to Paul George at 8,300. Paul George, I like the price tag on him. He's been really consistent as well. I'm looking for really solid, consistent players. Great matchup against the Kings. The last time they met, he hit 50 DraftKings points. And Paul George has not been under 30 DraftKings points in a while. Upside is there. We know he has 60-point upside, mid to high 50-point upside. I really like the way he's been playing lately. He's not just been taking a lot of shots. He's also been getting a lot of rebounds. His assist numbers have been higher, and he's also a great defensive player, so is a great steal/block producer. And even in the recent games, he hasn't been shooting the ball great, but this is Paul George. He's going to turn it around soon and just have a monster game when that does. So I like Paul George a lot. I think he has a great matchup in this one. Kings are going to have a hard time trying to cover him. So at 8,300, I think he has a good upside. I want to play him at that price tag. At power forward, let's go with the chalky play of the day, which I think is necessary chalk. It's good chalk. That's Pau Gasol at 57. Pau Gasol is a lock for me. Every time Aldridge is out, I just lock in Gasol. The Spurs haven't played for 1 day, so he got a day off. So that's always good because, Greg Popovich loves to rest his players. But the Spurs really do need a win in this game. It's a tough matchup against Houston, but the Spurs always play good teams pretty tough. So I think the Spurs will stay in it until the end. Last time Gasol started for Aldridge, he had almost had a triple-double with 50 DraftKings points. So the Spurs are going to ride Gasol well over 30 minutes in this game, as long as the game stays close throughout. And at 5,700, legitimately has 50-point upside. I'm not going to be fading that on a 4-game slate. And then finally at center, there are a couple centers that I really do like. I like Marc Gasol a lot at 75 against the Bucks. I think he's a great play, pretty solid. You know what he's going to get. You're going to get between 35 to 50 most likely in this matchup. I'm going to kind of go with a kind of a cheaper play that I really do like, and that's Clint Capella at 64. I know this isn't a tremendously popular pick, I don't think, just because Clint Capella hasn't been playing great lately, but you got to love the price tag on him. 6,400, that is way too cheap. Look at his previous salaries. He was almost at 8,000 on February 14th and well over 7Ks in much of the past weeks. 6,400, you're getting a great discount on him. And his minutes haven't been there in some of these recent games, but I think it's mainly just how the games went. Against Milwaukee, I think the game went pretty small. Against Dallas, the game went pretty small. And against the Mavericks, he didn't have to play a lot of minutes because the Rockets were up big. I don't think he played at all in the fourth. So his minutes haven't been up there. But, in this matchup against Gasol, I think Capella matches up perfectly against Pau Gasol, a back-to-the-basket player for the most part. Capella is not going to have to guard Gasol shooting threes. So it's a great matchup for Clint Capella. He's averaging 40 DraftKings points in 2 meetings against this team. If you can get 40 DraftKings points, that's well over 6x value at that price tag. Clint Capella just have a monster ceiling. He dropped 60 DraftKings points against the Nuggets on February 9th, where he got 25 rebounds. So he is a great ceiling player, and I think he has a pretty solid floor in this one. So at 6,400, I love me some Clint Capella tomorrow. And there you have it. Those are the 5 guys I have as of now. Eric Bledsoe, CJ McCollum, Paul George, Pau Gasol, and Clint Capella. Follow me on Twitter at the DFS Process for any updates. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and good luck.